Partner of Solopreneur Success Strategies, and this is Freebie Fridays. Today on Freebie Fridays, we're going to look at a free link shortener. What is that? Well, we'll tell you what a link shortener is in a minute. But first, I'm going to tell you that Freebie Fridays is all about the free software and tools that you need in your business so that you can save time and money in your business. So it's always good to have something that's free in your business, just because it's always good to bootstrap. So you start your business without external help or capital, that's bootstrapping. So Freebie Fridays, we're all about looking at some of the software we can use that is free. And before we get started, I'll just tell you about my offer. I have an Freebie Friday training club at jgtips.com/FFO, and I have a trainings on free software. A lot of free software does not have any real tutorials, and a lot of times you have to learn with great difficulty how to install and the abilities of the software and how you can use it. So I'm going to be creating software, how to use free software that is out there for video, images, computer backup, computer storage, computer productivity tools, phone apps, audio especially, and other software, and grow it into a large library that you can have a look at every day. If you're looking for a certain thing to use in your business, especially video or images, there's lots of free software out there, and a lot of them are open source software where there's a community of people who are trying out and adding things to the software, so they don't have the time to do tutorials. So I will be doing tutorials for the software in order for you to get quicker results by getting quick training on how you want to use the free software. Today is a very simple software. It probably would have been the hardest part would be explaining what the heck it is, but that's jgtips.com/FFO, and you can go have a look at my offer over there for the early birds who want to come in early and give me suggestions and feedbacks on the free software that they'd like to learn about. Anyway, so today we are talking about a free URL, a soft shortener. So that sounds like a recipe, actually. So we're looking at Google's URL, which I think is Uniform Resource Locator, which is basically how to find the links. URL shortener, it's over at GOO.gl, which is, sort of, anyway, you'll have a look in a minute and see where it's at. So the only thing you have to have in order to use it is to have a Gmail account and have your own Google account, profile, etc. on Google. And I could do a whole year on the resources in Google that you have for free. But if you don't have a Gmail account and be able to get your Google Drive, etc., then you're missing out on a lot of free tools. But anyway, we're going to go have a look at the GOO.gl, which is the Google URL shortener. So let's go on, for those of you on video, let's change the screen. And this is at https://GOO.gl. So what an URL shortener does is it takes the URL for your link, and for most of us it's probably links that are into our offers, into our sales pages, the URLs to our website, URLs to our blog page. These are all the important ones to us, and then it shortens it. So let me just demo it, and then I'll explain why we want to shorten it for those of you who are new here. So let's see, I already know my URL for my website, which is https://Jane, JANE -Gardner, which is GARDNER.com. And then I like you to go to programs see my programs. So we're going to paste, that's the long URL. It's not that long, but it's long enough. And I'll explain why. And we're going to shorten it. So you click a shorten URL. And it gave me another one, which isn't that short really, but anyway, https://GOO.UOKT60, or is that a 0? I never do tell. Anyway, I think that one, the last one's an O, the first one was a 0. And then below that, for those of you on audio, it shows the web page that the URL is going to. So that is the correct one. So awesome. And then you can press Control and C to copy the new shortened URL. And then for those of you on audio, the important thing about this is that Google, well, for some of you, the important thing about the Goo.gl URLs is that they're public. This page, I have to be signed into my Google account, Gmail account, in order to see what links I have, but they do not promise them that they're private, and the click analytics are public as well and can be accessed by anyone. So they put that in as a proviso, so you know that you're aware that it's possible that these are not private. So of course you would go and buy a URL shortener in order to have private links, which I do. So for example, down on the same page, it tells you what the long URL is, when it was created, what the short URL is, and then details on it, and then how many clicks it gets. And you can look up the clicks for the past 2 hours. You can look at the clicks for the past day, the week, the month, and then you can click for all time. So I can come back here in a month and see if anyone has clicked on that URL if I use it. And also, let's see if I can scroll down. I don't think I can scroll down, so I'm going to have to move my, I'm going to have to move it. Sorry. I'll see if we can see what I'm doing. Where did it go? I forget now. Let's see. Details. So if you click on details for the specific URL, the goo.gl URL, it of course tells you where it actually goes to and when it was created, and then it tells you the total clicks, and it has a graph for the years, I guess. And then it has also, it will tell you who the referrers are, what people clicked on it, as well as the browsers that clicked on it. They can tell that. The countries that the clicks came from, as well as the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter. And so then you can, so you have a, and also you have a GR code that you can use. You may wonder, I haven't got my phone here, but I bet you that's got the goo.gl link in it, and you can copy it and put it on your website, and people can use their phone to find that link, probably. They're not that instructive here. So why would you want to use a shortened URL? Well, on Twitter, for example, you're only allowed 140 characters. So in order to get 140 your long links for your website pages in Twitter, it's great to have a URL shortener, and of course this is a free one. And I was going to show you, this is another one, but it's not free. In order to see your analytics, bit.ly, I'm told you have to pay for the analytics, but the Goo.gl, you can see the analytics right where I showed you as to how many clicks you get. So that basically, if you have 140 characters in Twitter, and if you can shorten your URL, that saves you a lot of characters, and so you can put more text in your description or in your sentence explaining what you're saying, etc. So that's basically why you'd use an URL. The simple way is to get people to go to an URL over on your website, but use a shorter one. And then there's the other way to use a URL shortener is to do it for affiliate marketing, where you can hide the original link, which of course you're doing when you use the Google URL shortener, of course, because they don't know that it's https janegardner.com/programs. They think it's Goo.gl, and so they don't really know where they're going. And that's not the reason why you do it here. But for other people, they prefer, when they have an affiliate link, to use a URL shortener so that it's people can't steal their affiliate information and then get their commissions and things like that. So that's why you would use a free URL shortener. It doesn't cost you any money, and it tracks the clicks for you for free. And Google says that the only reason that they would not have these information or these URLs, like they're for all time, the only reason they delete them is for if they're spamming or they're, being inappropriate type of links. Hidden URLs remain public but are removed from your history. Oh, you can hide them sometimes. Okay, great. So there you go. There's Goo.gl. It's a Google URL shortener. And if you bookmark that, you could use it anytime in your when you need to shorten a URL, which is rather long, for one of your web pages or for a sales page or for any kind of link. So there you go, a free one. Surprise, surprise. So that's a good resource for those who would like to have an URL shortener in order, and well, most of us would, especially if you're working on Twitter. I personally use one that I pay for, but that's because I've just upgraded a bit and I want to track more specifically where my links are coming from. But that's a very simple one. It shows you how many clicks are going on to your URL, which is good because that shows you how many people are actually interacting with your links. So there's another resource for you, Goo.gl, a Google URL shortener. This is Jane Gardner, and I hope you found that useful. And I'll talk to you next week about my next find for a free software or tool. Thank you for listening. Please check out my previous Freebie Fridays on jgtips.com/YouTube, which is my YouTube channel, and my Solopreneur Success Strategies has its own playlist. So all you have to do is click there and go look for Freebie Fridays. So thank you for listening. This is Jane Gardner.